Good morning, children. Today I am going to teach you an interesting about a renowned personality in India. He is an icon of excellence. The lesson is I Will Do It, written by Sudha Murthy. So, before starting the lesson, I want to ask you some questions. What qualities do you think a person requires to become successful in his life? Yes, perseverance, confidence, determination, dedication, willpower, and there are so many. Good. What can change a man's life? Either institution or his attitude. His attitude. If our attitude is positive, definitely we can win in our life. Good. Do you know any personality who proved that man can reach heights through ethically and legally? Yes, there are many personalities. Today you are learning about such kind of personality. So before going into the lesson, first you learn about the author. Sudha Murthy is the author of this lesson and she is the wife of Narayan Murthy. She is a computer scientist and engineer. She has founded several orphanages and provided Karnataka government schools with computer and library facilities. The present story is a selection from her most successful stories, How I Taught My Grandmother to Read and Other Stories. So, now the greatest personality and inspiration, icon of inspiration is Nagavara Ramarao Narayan Murthy. He is the founder of Infosys and also called as the father of Indian IT sector. Mr. Murthy founded Infosys in 1981. Infosys is today a highly innovative and software service. He was blessed with a brilliant mind and great business acumen. And he has received many of the prestigious awards like Padma Shri and Padma Bhushan. So come to this lesson. Murthy was a sharp when he was child. He was very much interested in maths and physics. He could grasp theories of science faster than the speed of light. Children, today in this lesson, you are learning about how Narayan Murthy, even though he was born in a poor family and could not afford the fee or anything. Besides all these, what inabilities are there, but he has reached his aim and goal with dedication and willpower. So you learn like this. So listen very carefully. Murthy was sharp, very brilliant and wise child when he was young in the class. And but he was unnoticed by features. By stature or appearance, he was short, but he was very active and sharp, wise and brilliant. And he was very much interested in maths and physics. When teachers start teaching any physics lesson, otherwise any maths problem they are doing, and immediately light glows on his face and he was ready to answer the questions. And not only that, his seniors also used to ask him to solve difficult problems in science or maths. And he could grasp theories of science faster than the speed of light. That is his IQ. So, come to his family. Murthy born in a poor family and his father was a high school teacher and an avid reader of English literature. He was very much interested in reading and that is his hobby and he read many of the English literature books. So, like other bright boys in the class, Murthy also aimed very high and he also wanted to study at IIT. Many of these bright students' aspiration is to study at IIT. So there are many other children in the class who also wanted to study at IIT. So all these they wanted to study at IIT and they applied for the entrance test and they were preparing very well for the examination. So in those days there are no facilities of these coaching centers or anything. That's what all these IIT aspirants they went to that Chamundi Hills in Karnataka, and there they selected a place which is very quiet and calm. That is one of the stone mandap they selected, and all the day they spent there only reading and doing problems and all these. And Murthy acted for all his friends as guide. He would easily solve the problems with which his friends struggled. So whatever they get any problem, immediately they ask and clarify their doubts. He always dreamt of studying at IIT, and already everyone they have appeared the exam well, and he also did well in the test and passed IIT with a high rank. Murthy was thrilled and excited, and he was very happy for that, and went to his father with delight. And he said, Anna, I have passed the exam. Then his father said, Well done, my boy. Anna, I want to join IIT. He told his wish to his father. Then his father stopped reading the paper. He lifted his head, looked at his father, looked at his son, and said with a heavy voice, My son, you are a bright boy, I know. But you also know our financial position. I am a single salaried. I have 5 daughters to be married and 3 sons to educate. I cannot afford your expenses at IIT, hostel fee and all those. If you want to study, you can stay in Mysore and study as much as you want. Indeed, it was a difficult situation for any father to say no to his bright son. Father was sad that he had to tell the bitter truth to his son. The teenager was disappointed. It seemed his dreams had burned to ashes. He dreamt of joining at IIT and wanted to make his life so high. But all his dreams had burned to ashes because of his family's financial position. And he was crying, was getting cry. He wanted to cry loudly, but he did not do. Inside he cried and he swallowed all his sorrow and everything, and he became silent. Why? Because he did not want to share this unhappiness to anybody. He was an introvert, very calm and quiet, don't want to share with others all his feelings. The day came. His classmates were leaving for Madras. They were taking a train from Mysore to Madras. They have shared good years in school and college together. So now they are leaving and leaving here only Murthy, and they are going to Chennai. So they thanked Murthy because he had helped them a lot in preparing the exam and to get the high rank also. So at the station, his friends were already there. They were excited and talking loudly. The noise was like the chirping of birds. They were all excited and discussing their new hostels, about their new hostels, new courses and everything. So all together very happily that discussing the noise is like chirping. How the birds make noise together when they are very happy. That is called chirping. So, but here everybody is very happy and shouting loudly and participating very actively in the discussion except Murthy. He was very silent there. He stood silently. He did not participate. And only when the time has come and the train was leaving the station, then he wished all of them good luck. They waved at him as the train slowly left the platform, leaving Murthy there only. He stood there even after he could no longer see the train or the waving hands. It was the June of 1962 in Mysore city. This incident happened in 1962 in the month of June. Monsoon had set in and it was getting dark evening. It had started to drizzle. Slowly the rain started. But Murthy, he stood motionless like a statue. He was looking like he lost all his understandings. Still inside, his heart was, that is, crying a lot, became heavy with grief. Then, after some time, he realized himself, the bright boy realized himself, and he said to himself, without any anger or jealousy, he did not feel any jealousy over his friends, and he did not get any angry over his father. But he said himself, what he said? Yes, all students from the IIT study well and do big jobs and do big things in the life, but not that is because of the institution, but ultimately it is you and you alone who can change your life by hard work. Children, you have to read this point very carefully. But it is not the institution. Wherever if you study, whether in a very good institution, otherwise in a very normal school or normal institution, normal college, ultimately it is you and you only can change your life. Not any institution, otherwise nobody. Only you yourself can change. That's why you have to plan yourself better for your life. You have to aspire high, aim high, and to achieve your goal, you have to confidently walk and positively have to move and take everything. And even though if you get any difficulties, also you have to overcome them and you have to try to reach your goal. He followed the philosophy of Bhagavad Gita. Your best friend is yourself and your worst enemy is yourself. That means, what is the meaning of this one? Your best friend is yourself. You only the best friend you. Best friend mean, how can he gives good advice and you are going in a wrong way, how he corrects you. Like that your soul also gives very good suggestion. That's what you have to follow them and reach your goals. Otherwise your worst enemy is yourself. If you don't follow your, what we say, any your mind, otherwise soul gives good suggestions. If you don't follow and if you choose any bad way, then your downfall starts. That's what always have to be positive and always aim high and you have to take that good route and best route and you have to achieve your goals. So then onwards he worked very hard and focused on one thing, never bothering about his personal life or comforts. He forgot about everything. Only he wanted, his aim is, even though I have studied in a normal school, normal college, normal engineering college, I have to reach my goal and have to reach very great heights in my life. He shared his wealth with others. He never used the help of any caste, community or any political support to get up in his life. He believed only himself. A son of school teacher showed other Indians it was possible to earn wealth legally and ethically. He built a team of people who were equally good. When he was studying in the college, then he gathered some of his friends and who were equally good like him, and he made a team of people, and all together these 12 members they became the pioneers of the India software industry, and they established this founded this Infosys. He became the pioneer of the India software industry and started the information technology wave and founded the Infosys along with a team of members. So he became a pioneer of India's software industry and started the information technology wave. Today he has become an icon of simplicity. That means very simple in his life. Uncompromising quality. He never compromises anywhere the quality. And fairness. Very straightforward. Apart from being a philanthropist, after establishing this Infosys, he became the CEO of Infosys and he worked for 1981 to 2002. So for all this he earned lot of money. He became a very big billionaire, but he did not enjoy his life. He was a philanthropist. He used all his wealth and everything for the mankind. He really believes in the motto, powered by intellect and driven by values. This is very important for everybody's life. Powered by intellect, we have to be enrich and enhance our knowledge, intellect, knowledge, and driven by values. We have to move in life, lead our life with values, moral values. So he has believed these words and he moved forward and achieved his goal and became an icon of inspiration to all the people. So he is none other than Nagavara Ramarao Narayanamurthy, the founder of Infosys, a leading IT company in the world. So now here I am giving a picture of his family, his wife, son and daughter. So now children, have you understood this lesson? So several times you have to read this lesson and get inspiration from Narayanamurthy, and you also achieve your goals like this. Thank you.